What should we do with this menace called Matheus Cunha? My name is Webb. Welcome to the United of Sport. How are you feeling? How does it feel the day after you've beaten the defending champions at their own yard for the first time since 2016? Honestly, I'm still taking it in and I'm living every moment of it. Guy, enjoy it. Let no one scare you and threaten you into not enjoying your win. Enjoy your W. That's what football is for. Give us a win. We can suffer all the time we suffer, but when we win, we've got to enjoy it. So let's enjoy it, and as we wait for Brighton. But Matheus Cunha, guys, we watched him on Dstv. If you didn't pay your Car Wiki package, you probably did not get a good view of Cunha. But the thing with Dstv is you get a chance to watch the replays as well. They do have them for you in the best possible quality you can watch a football match. So continue to enjoy your football with your 39K, the UEFA Champions League, which is on back again tomorrow, all that, the French League, the Saudi Pro League, name it. It's all on DSTV, guys, for only 39K. The whole week is swept. But I also remind you guys of the need to start earning online. I don't think I'll sing enough, because every day that passes, whenever I get my pay from different sources, I do a lot of things. You might think the only thing I do online is come here and talk to you about Man United and football, but that's not even a half of it. So there are a lot of things I do and earn online entirely, and each one brings money from whichever way, whichever source, and you can do the same, guys, using your phone, your data, your time there. Just understand how it works. It's not rocket science, really. It's not at all. That's why I need you for an hour to get it, a week if you're going to do the advanced class that includes AI. So it's really worth it. I honestly want everyone to get it, to get that conviction. And it's not really about me, because if it were about money for me, I would be charging you a lot of money. It's about you. That's why I say, if you can find someone, because some of you are not comfortable sending me money from wherever you are, even if in Uganda or whichever country, yet we've never met. Some of you are not comfortable with me teaching you online, which I think is still, again, your analog way of thinking. Things are different today. The world is different. The world is remote, so you should embrace it. It's a thing of trust. If you don't have a reason to trust me with your money, if you haven't met, but you watch me every day, I don't know, if you don't trust me, who will you ever trust? Then I think the internet age is going to leave you behind. There's got to be a certain level of trust, by the way, because that's it. Otherwise, you won't meet me anyway. I don't have a physical school. I don't need a physical school to teach you how to earn money online. I'm encouraging you guys to do things the modern way. And I cannot then be the one saying, let me get a space and build a school for you to come from wherever, from China, US, wherever you are. It doesn't make sense, does it? That would be me preaching this and doing the opposite. So embrace the new normal. It's the internet era, it's the internet age, and it's just getting started, by the way. I think in 5 years, if you've not embraced the internet now, it's going to leave you behind. You will be out of place in this world. You'll be the odd man out. You will hate it. But I hope you don't get there. But let's get it. So Matheus Cunha, guys, what a menace of a player. And this is one player you would love to hate. You just know he's your best, most different, special, talented player. I feel like in all the Man United players now, Cunha is the most different. What he does, no one else can do. The way he gets the ball, and his first instinct is to turn and face the goal where he's supposed to score, the opposition goal. Whether he's in his box, whether he has 10 people around him, he will get that ball and turn in the shortest possible touches. He will be facing the right direction and beating off people quickly. He will do 1,000 things in a second. Like in a split second, Cunha can do things four other footballers need passes to do. Just turn and beat off people. Him alone. Such a player is insane. He's a menace. He's a nuisance. You don't want to be facing such a player if you're a defender. If I'm a midfielder, because that's where I used to play as a blocking midfielder on the left, this is a player I would be worried about. We are going to meet United, and I know Cunha is coming. I won't think about Mbumo. I won't think about Ahmad or Bruno. Cunha is the player I'm thinking, this guy, oh God, goodness, how are we going to manage him? Because he can easily make you foul him for a dangerous free kick or a penalty. He's a menace, literally. He's a menace to the opposition, literally. But this menace does all these nice things with the ball, but at times, or more times than not, plays the wrong pass or shoots the wrong way or is selfish. And you're thinking, do I bench him? And whenever I've been saying bench Cunha, it's never about him being a bad footballer. No, it's about sending a statement, helping him get better, because if Cunha can do all these amazing things but pass the ball when he has to and only shoot at the time he has got to, Cunha will be way better than anyone or anything will think about at United. But that selfish thing about him then creates debates. Do you start him for his so many good things, or do you bench him? Look at the Liverpool game. Cunha to many was man of the match. Easily on another day, Cunha could have been man of the match. If he had scored, he would. Whereas Harry Maguire scored the winning goal, whereas Senne Lammens had a beauty of a game. On another day, the called-up play of Cunha, the way he was keeping Man United on the ball, the way he was killing and disorganizing the shape of Liverpool just by getting the ball, and because he's that player who will carry so many players, who will get the ball and attract so many players. If they don't come to him, he will go for them. He will see where the crowd is and I'm passing there. He takes the ball to them and beats them. Now, such a player is a problem. How do you deal with such a player? But his final ball is always letting him down. Either takes a shot a second too early, or he delays a bit, or he takes a weak shot because he has been using, because his style burns a lot of calories. That's why his defensive work in most cases has been questioned. Even Amorim himself keeps shouting at him that because when he gets the ball, the things he does require a lot of energy on top of skill. So when he loses or when he doesn't have the ball, he has got to recover. Running back and tracking might be difficult. That's why Amorim has got to be now sharp and learn how to use him, or help him get the fitness to be able to still have the energy to run back and track after doing all his magical stuff, and gives away the ball, or the ball goes to the opposition. So this is a confusion of a player. You're seeing this darling of a player, but has got this little thing about him that you feel it's not going to change, because I think by now it should have changed. Because everyone sees it, that the one issue with Cunha is being selfish. And it's a big problem. So you look at him and thinking, what then do you do with him? For me, this is what I think. This is my verdict on Cunha. I think we've got to enjoy him the way he is. When he's selfish, it can work at times. If it doesn't work, I live with it, because the good things Cunha gives you with the ball, the entertainment he brings, which is a core part of why Amorim was brought in, why Ineos came in with the approach they did to bring entertainment back to the team. He's entertainment himself. He's the show himself. You need the show. He can't be on the bench. He's not a bench player. So you can as well embrace him the way he is and hope that the selfishness at times can yield something good. If it doesn't, bank on the so many positives that make everyone around him better, because the things he does when he has the ball disorganize the opposition, one, which creates space for Ahmad to drive the ball into, for Mbeumo to make his runs, all because Cunha is going to get that ball and pull about 3-4 opposition players off their shape, disorganize them, or he's going to force a foul that is going to lead to a free kick. He will do so. So keep him there for those positives. Otherwise, if we focus on his selfishness, every day I'll be coming here singing, let him start on the bench. But it's even heavy for me to say it in my mouth, because it's it's silly to even imagine that Cunha should be sitting on the bench for Man United. And that performance against Liverpool proved why we love this boy. But how are we helping him to get better? Is it going to be a matter of time? Just keep him there. At this point, honestly, I'm admitting and saying Cunha should just be there. All the other players, they will figure out, but Cunha and Mbeumo have got to be on the pitch. I think that I've allowed now, because what he gives you, no one else will give you on any day. Now, Matheus Delete came out and spoke about something I spoke about before the Liverpool game, speaking about how they focused on exploiting the weaknesses of the fullbacks of Liverpool. That's on the right, Bradley and Frimpong. They didn't know who would start. They didn't know who would start. And on the left, Milos Kakis. And you saw how indeed it worked. United's game plan was always to exploit those two, and it worked magic. It worked magic. So you see how it is good to plan games based on the opposition. You look at the opposition you have, and then of your players, who is going to be the best to stretch that opposition. And I think Amorim is showing us that he has mastered that. And when you listen to him critically, and this is one thing I loved about Amorim, is he's not that manager who people think Amorim is full of himself and his methods, but actually Amorim dances to the tune of the opposition. The way he sets up his teams is always based on who is playing. Take note of that. All games Amorim has coached, all his teams are set up based on the opposition. And for me, that's a good thing. It's the mark of a coach who is not necessarily rigid, but he's he knows, because a rigid coach is Arsene Wenger, who will play the same way whether he's playing Man U, Liverpool, Millwall, or whichever small team, Leeds United, name it. Amorim will bring in Mount ahead of Shesko because he knows the big defenders of Liverpool are going to try and physically knock out Shesko out of the game. Bring a Mount who is mobile, they can't stop him, and let him play with the puzzle with Mbuma and Cunha. That's a coach who thinks about the opposition and is trying to be unpredictable. I think that caught them off guard. But with Shesko scoring 2 goals in a row, and then he doesn't start the game against Liverpool, I don't think Slot ever expected that. I don't think Van Dijk expected that. They just did not get the approach Amorim brought to this game. That for me is a coach who sits and looks at the opposition and brings what's best on it. And that's for me a modern way of looking at football, because the gaps are small, so you cannot think your style is going to dominate and beat anyone and everyone. No, study your position, because these clubs and players are not so far off each other. The difference between the quality of the best players in the world and the others is not as big as it used to be, that United had so many very good players while everyone else had players who were way off. So you can as well respect them and see what they do and then plan accordingly, which I think for me, Amorim is proving that he can do, and properly, and you'll have to see it. What you can do is to fetch money from this internet where it's so plenty. They say the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Labor to get that internet money, guys, because it's too much. That's why I teach you, no one of us in the world can get all of it. It's money that can change the lives of all of us if you understand how it works and use your time online differently. I do hope you start on that. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. We are powered by Dstv. Cunha is a starter. I've allowed